Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out with GB Podium Coach Lee Pullen. Lee, how you doing?
Yes, very well, thank you. Not bad at all.
Coming up obviously to the selection for the World Championships and the tournament itself, how does training here change when you've got a major tournament coming up as opposed to ticking over?
Well, it gets a little bit more serious, and we're looking to go through the different phases where you go from like a steady state into a peaking phase, where we taper off. So yeah, the workload changes. We get a bit more serious, and all the graphs put in. Yeah.
What's the structure like with the training staff? So what would you do compared to some of the other coaches here, Paul Walmsley and so on, people like that? And what is your role compared to theirs?
Well, it's all the same. We have a common goal, to get the best out of these boxers, and we put the graft in, and we're all singing off the same hymn sheet.
So as well as kind of the technical work on the pads and on the bags, are you supervising some of the strength and conditioning, that kind of thing, or is that left to specialists? How does that side work?
Yeah, it's a coach-run program, and Robert McCracken oversees us all, and we all got different roles, but with a common goal: the strength and conditioning coaches, and obviously the physios and nutritionists that specialise in that subject. So we put our faith and trust in them, but we all have an input into the way the program's going, which is nice.
What are the kind of key challenges now that we're at the kind of serious end of preparations for the real major championships? So first the Worlds, then you've got the qualifiers, then you've got the Olympics themselves. What are the things the boxers need to watch? Is it kind of weight management? Is it the mental discipline? What are the key things? What are the areas where they could fall off potentially?
Weight management's always an issue in boxing. You've got to be in your weight, and we have people in place to facilitate us, nutritionists, and we work to weight targets. It's always an issue with boxers, but it just gets serious now, and the boxers really tune into that. Your Pat McCormacks, your Luke McCormacks, your Peter McGrails, your Ben Whitakers. You can see the attitude change and the seriousness come into it. These are elite fighters. They know we're at the sharp end and we're getting close to the Worlds and the qualifiers. And Fraser Clark, they've been working for the last 4 years for this, and there's been ups and downs along the way, and little bends and speed ramps to slow us down. But now it's getting serious. The boys are getting their nut down and grafting, so it's refreshing to see.
Let's ask you some quick fire questions about the squad. Who's the funniest?
Luke McCormack.
Who's the most naturally talented?
Oh, there's a couple there. You've got Peter McGrail, who's a fantastic fighter. Ben Whitaker. I'm going to upset some people here, and
unless you name the whole squad.
Yeah, but them two stand out. Galawi, they're talented kids.
Who's the hardest grafter?
Lauren Price can graft. She puts a shift in never swerves nothing. Pleasure to train.
For their weight, who's physically the strongest?
Well, I've got some evidence to prove this. Niall Fowle, 57 kilos, pound for pound, is probably the strongest kid here. But you'd never think that in a million years. Galawi Afai, who's gone from 49 to 52 now, extremely strong.
Who out of all of them would you most like to spend an evening with, whether at the pub or out for dinner or whatever?
I'd have to swerve Luke. I'd end up in trouble. Fraser Clark.
Why Fraser?
Because I can eat as much as he can.
That's quite a feat, yeah. And just before we let you go, what's the biggest source of satisfaction for you doing this job? What do you enjoy the most?
Just seeing like a boxer achieve something. It's like if you have a little bit of an input into that, because we're a team here, it's not one person. We all sort of graft ourselves to pieces to see them fulfil their dreams, and to see them achieve things is just fantastic. It really is a lift. It's what it's all about. It's not about us, it's about them. And if they go and grab a medal at a major, God, it's happy days. It's fantastic to see them be a part of. Very, very privileged to be part of this setup by them.
Brilliant. Well, we really appreciate your time, and obviously best of luck for the Worlds and then Tokyo, and the qualification first, and then Tokyo going forward.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.